welcome or welcome back. My name's Joanne, and ignore my appearance. I was gonna do my makeup to film this video, and I did. And then I started crying while doing my makeup. So I was like, you know what? No makeup. Okay, that's fine. So you get to see my lovely bare face today. How cute. Not really. Look at these dark circles. I can't. But yeah, the reason I cried is because of something that happened last night, and everything's fine. I'm fine. Everything's gonna be fine. It's just more annoying that it happened, but it happens. Anyways, today's video, I'm going to be talking about all the projects I plan to do in 2025. So if you've been following my channel, I have been doing Project Pans, and I've been having a good time with most of them. Can you guess which one I haven't been having fun with? Might be Pan That Palette. Anyways, I'm so sorry if you saw that on my teeth this entire time, but if you're interested in the projects I'm going to be doing next year, then just keep watching. Okay, so I did mention Pan That Palette. I'm not going to do Pan That Palette next year. I just don't think it's a project for me. I just can't. It just intimidates me. Like, it still intimidates me to this day to finish a whole palette in a year. Like, yes, I know I can just make the goal, like, try to just hit pan on every shade, or just use it as much as I can, or use it as a companion palette or something, you know? But I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know what it is. I just can't. So instead of Pan That Palette, I am going to be bringing back a project I started earlier in the year, and that is Project Level Up. That is created by Sophie Alexandra. I will have her channel linked down in the description box. So with that project, you either randomize or hand choose your palette, and you start at level 1. And for level 1, you have to use each shade once, and you have to hit 1 pan. And then once you reach those goals, you level up to level 2, and you have to use each shade twice and hit 2 pans, and then so on and so forth until level 5. And at that point, you can either decide to start over at level 1, or you can keep going. Most likely, I'm going to choose to start over, and I'm not going to have any usage goals for, well, I am going to have a usage goal for panning eyeshadows, but I really want to try to actually pan eyeshadows next year. So, it's exciting. My overall goal for panning eyeshadows, I think, is going to be either hit pan or 30 uses. I think that's fair. And for Project Level Up, I'm going to be using all of my neutral palettes. So all of my palettes I feel comfortable wearing to work, just everyday palettes. I think me doing that is going to set myself up for success. So that's what I'm going to do. And I do have 2 other eyeshadow projects that I'm planning on doing. The next one is pan those eyeshadows. Did I kind of fail this year? Yes, but also I started later in the year. Okay, I'm gonna give myself some grace. I had a rough end to the year, okay? I'm determined. I really enjoy pan those eyeshadows. I love watching it. I also love watching Pan That Palette, but I can't do that. But pan those eyeshadows, I am going to continue what I've been doing. So I think these are the same rules. Correct me if I'm wrong, even though it's my own project. I'm going to have 5 total shadows, okay? One of those is going to be from a focus palette. I'm not gonna tell you what the focus palette is, okay? I'm not gonna tell you. The second rule is that a shade has to be from either one of my all shimmer palettes or a single. I really like that rule that I implemented this last year, and I thought I would just bring that rule back. And then my other 3 shades are all going to be from a randomized palette, so a palette per shade, and then I get to hand choose the shade, just to try to create a cohesive color story, or yeah. And same goes with my singles / all shimmer palettes. Like, I'll pick a palette because all my singles are in palettes. So I'll pick a palette and then I'll pick a shade from that palette. I hope that makes sense. And then my focus palette, I'm either going to randomize or hand choose a shade. Most likely hand choose a shade because I like having the choice, even though I'm a very indecisive person. But I like having the choice of what to pan. So that's pan those eyeshadows. And my last eyeshadow project pan, this might be a little overkill for me. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. But this is kind of like a back burner project pan, and that is No Pan Left Behind. And basically, No Pan Left Behind means you try to use each shade once. And I'm going to try to do it with my whole collection. So Project Level Up will kind of help with that. And then Pan those eyeshadows, I'm also going to try to implement a No Pan Left Behind thing. If I don't reach it in Pan those eyeshadows, that's okay. Like, it's not an official rule, but I am going to have No Pan Left Behind. And I just think that's a really good idea for me to actually get use out of all my palettes and see what I like, what I don't like, what can go, what can stay, because I keep bringing palettes back in from my decluttered box. It's a problem. It's really a problem, but I just can't let them go. And why? Because I'm like, well, I've never used it, so why am I getting rid of it? Yes, I'm keeping that in. Okay, my next project, I have 3 more projects to talk about, so I'm doing 6 total projects. My next project is a rolling project pan. I don't know if it's gonna be a rolling project pan or like team project pan, but it's just a full face project pan. Just a normal project pan where you bring in products to use up or hit pan. So what I'm thinking for that project is I'm gonna have 1 product per category. A couple categories are gonna have more than 1 product. I'm going to bring in all of my products in the beginning of the year and see how that goes. I think that might be good for me, but we'll see. Again, we'll see how it goes. And once I don't have a product in that category in the project, I have the ability to bring in another product in that category if I need more usage out of something. My next project pan is Deck of Panning, which is created by Emily at Emily and Max. Of course, I love this project so much. My November update would have just gone up. Look, I had that filmed before it was supposed to go up last month, okay? It just took me this long to actually get the motivation to edit and upload it, and the finale's coming up. So that's exciting. It's sad, but as long as this project comes back next year, I will be doing it because it's just so fun being able to rotate through your collection and using prompts to do it. It's just so fun. And then my last project I'm going to be doing is Pan That Face palette. It's a Pan That palette, but I think I'm going to have some kind of success with it. Again, I'm not going to tell you what palette is going to be my Pan That Face palette. I do know. Unlike my Pan Those eyeshadows, I do know what palette is going to be my Pan That Face palette. Because in Pan Those eyeshadows, I have a couple options for a focus palette. I don't know which one yet. Pan That Face palette, I know what palette I'm going to do, and I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited for it. So that's a very short video. Let me know what project you're excited to see me do next year. What project are you excited to do next year? Let me know down in the comments. And that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great day, a great night, whatever time it is for you. And I hope to see you in the next one.